Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Aquarius for the month of December. A few things before we get started. I want to mention that I do offer personal readings. You can get the information for that down below. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Peach on Earth Tarot at both places. There I will be trying to do a daily reading or daily energy check-ins for you guys, okay? So if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and check that out. And then one last thing is I know that sometimes I tend to speak a little bit slowly and I shuffle to get the cards to come out, and that can take a long time sometimes. And if that's not, if you don't really like that, you can go ahead and increase the playback speed by hitting those three little dots. Hit playback speed and change it to 1.25 or 1.5 if you feel like that is something that you need to do. If not, we can go ahead and get started. Now, Aquarius, the message that I was getting for you when I was getting into your energy was, they said, first off, they started by saying, you are changing, you are changing, you are changing. They said it 3 times, and then they started pointing out specifically just the number 3. And they said, like, they pointed out, like, some of you might struggle with, if you're wanting to, like, get into meditation, you might struggle with, like, actually calming yourself down enough to get into meditation. And they said a way that you can do that is to count by 3s. And then I actually, like, started counting to myself in 3s, and I got up to 33, and then they had me stop. And so that was, like, 2 more 3s. So it was, like, 3 3s that they had pointed out. And then what they also told me about the number 3, they didn't really give me, like, the spiritual meaning of the number 3, which I know is about, like, completion and like wholeness, like the Holy Trinity and the Maiden, Mother, and Crone, and, you know, all that stuff. But what they weren't really pointing that stuff out to me. What they were pointing out was, like, the way that a 3 looks. It looks like it's an 8 cut in half, right? And so they were pointing out that it's about mirroring or reflecting and symmetry. And they were saying that, you know, Aquarius, and I don't know if this is really true, like, in the traditional sense of, like, Aquarius, but I can see this as being something that resonates with a lot of Aquarian people, is that oftentimes people, it's like almost like people can have, like, a love-hate relationship with you, because you're either mirroring back to them their good qualities, like they see their good qualities in you, or you're mirroring back to them their negative qualities. And so it can cause people to be either, like, you know, feeling warm and welcomed or triggered, is what I'm hearing. So that could be something that you're dealing with, because that is a message that came up with the 3s and how it's like 8s cut in half. And I just saw 3 3 3. So yeah, that was the message I got beforehand. So let's go ahead and get started with the fairy tarot cards. What is the message for Aquarius for the month of December, please? What's the message for Aquarius, please, for December? Can I get a message for Aquarius, please, for the month of December? Aquarius, December, please. What's the message for Aquarius for December? Oh, I forgot to say, you can have Aquarius anywhere in your chart. You can be a cross watcher. All that I ask is that if you're here watching this reading, that you come with good intentions for yourself and for others. Okay, Aquarius, December, please. Okay. Oh, look, we have a 3. It's the 3 of Cups. Oh my gosh. And then the 3 of Wands is on the bottom. So, okay. Let me see here. This Three of Cups, it's interesting because in the Three of Cups, oftentimes, not oftentimes, but I know that it is depicted with the mother, the maiden, and the crone sometimes in the Three of Cups, right? I can't remember. But I was getting that message with the three here, even though these people all look about the same age. But it's a really playful energy. They're having fun and they're celebrating and just in a really joyful energy. And I feel like this is kind of that energy of like reflecting back to people what like their positive traits, because water is reflective. It says news we're celebrating, announcements, friends you cherish. And then with the Three of Wands, to me is about like waiting for our ships to come in. Waiting for things to come to fruition. I'm going to keep going because I'm not getting a ton from this right now. It's so interesting. Okay, what's this Three of Cups? What is Aquarius celebrating? What are they celebrating? It might have just been that three message again, you know, like about... Maybe you should look up what the meaning of three is. Or maybe you could have a life path number of 3, I'm hearing. Yeah. So what is this Three of Cups for Aquarius? What is this Three of Cups for Aquarius in December? Maybe you're needing to be in water. It will help like rejuvenate you. Because, you know, they're splashing around and playing and in a really playful energy. And I feel like the water is helping them with that. So you have the Princess of Cups, which is like the Page of Cups. With the Two of Swords on the bottom. You could be dealing with a water sign. Just because this here is saying, it says a new relationship or emotional experience. And again, with this invitation to social events and announcements such as weddings, graduations, and births. And I know not a lot of that is happening right now, but it is the holiday season. A compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. That's like, I'm strongly getting that like mirror image again, where it's like it's someone that it's the positive aspects of that, where you're mirroring back to each other your support. It's finding trust, opening up emotionally. But with this Two of Swords, it could be someone from your childhood, because this is a childlike energy here. And then the Princess is the Page, and Page represents youth as well. So it could be someone from your youth. It doesn't have to be necessarily like when you were a child, but, you know, younger than you are now, that you haven't had contact with for a while. But it's interesting because he has like 2 instruments here. This one, I don't know if it's like a harp, but it's like there's just strings back here. And then this one is whatever this is called. I can't remember. Oh gosh, it's not going to come to me. But it's like a choice. I think you're supposed to be making a choice to actually like reach out to someone that you know that you trusted in the past, but for some reason, like maybe I'm getting the sense of like distance. There's might be some distance between you. And that might have been what led to you guys not speaking as much. But I feel like there's something that's like you're supposed to reach out to someone either to help them or for them to help you, or vice versa, or both. I don't know. Let's keep going. And I'll clarify these two. Get 2 or 3 more cards for Aquarius. Okay, so we have the 8 of Swords. And what did I say about the 3 is like an 8 cut in half. So you have a 3 and an 8 out here. And it's like you're an island. This person is on an island of ice, right? And it's so interesting because we have unity on the bottom. And I see the children in this card as well. But it's not just children he's teaching. There's some kind of insect there. I'm not sure what. And then a bird as well. And so he's like teaching truth, or his truth, but it's also resonating with these creatures as well. And that's what it is. It's like right now you feel like you're an island. You feel like you don't have anyone. But there is someone in your past, because this is behind you. I feel like there was someone in your past that you felt really playful with and really supported and emotionally supported and everything. But they're like in your past because this person is facing this way, so they're to their back, right? And right now you're feeling like you're an island, but you don't have to be. Yeah. Because there's someone that you can share things with that it's like they reflect it back to you and you reflect it back to them, and it's not like in a negative way. It's in an Ace of Swords with the 9 of Pentacles on the bottom. Yeah. You need to reach out and communicate with this person. Communicate clearly and accurately. That's what it is. You're supposed to be like there's someone in your past that you feel like you need to communicate with, and you do definitely need to communicate with them, and it'll bring abundance into your life. Now, 9 of Pentacles is a really solitary energy, so this could be like, I feel like this is kind of how you're presenting right now. It's like, I'm strong, I'm abundant, I'm this and this and this, but like what you're communicating is like maybe that it's not so easy. You're having a harder time than you're letting on. And that person will be there to emotionally support you. Okay, hang on. And you, them. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. And I'm getting like more friendship than anything. And not necessarily like romance. But it could be romantic. But I am getting that it's like a friendship or mentorship or something like that. Can I get one more card for Aquarius month of December, please, regarding this reading? One more card for Aquarius, please. And then we'll start clarifying. One more card for, okay. Ace of Pentacles. It's interesting. It says a windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others. So that's kind of like what it is I feel like this person will help you get back on your feet, to help you realize that you're not alone, to kind of like bring you back to this path, right? Instead of being out here on an island, bring you back to this path, and it'll lead to, when you have 2 aces back to back here. And we have the 8 of Cups on the bottom, and typically the 8 of Cups is about like walking away from things, but I feel like this is more like walking towards something, because if you look at it, this is also like walking back to the main path. Like she's out in the woods right now, and out here it looks like a main road, and just like this, it's like she's out here by herself, she's out here by herself, and it is 2 8s, right? And so it's like getting you back on the path, getting you back on the path. A windfall of advice and assistance. And this person is like a child too. These are like all very youthful type energies here. So maybe it's someone younger than you that you're reaching out to, or it's someone that you knew when you were young, is what I'm getting, okay? So we're going to start clarifying. What are we going to clarify with? Let's use the Tarot of the Cloisters. That's what we're going to use. Okay, let's clarify this Three of Cups, please, for Aquarius. Can I have one card for the Three of Cups, please? Can I have one card to clarify the Three of Cups, please? Ten of Wands. And Justice is on the bottom. Okay, so there could have been, with this person, I feel like there was maybe a bit of a falling out. You might have had an argument of sorts with this person. You know, Ten of Wands is about like burdens, but with the Justice card, it's almost like it's putting those to rest. This Justice too looks quite sad in this card. And so I feel like there's a sadness about this relationship until it's resolved. And so there could have been a falling out. I am getting that. Let's see. What's this Princess of Cups? Princess of Cups, please. Can I have one card to clarify the Princess of Cups, please? One card for the Princess of Cups, please. One card for the Princess of Cups. Or, you know, I'm also getting that it was like during a difficult time in your life that you had this friendship. Yeah. You were going through some things. They were maybe going through some things, but you guys brought each other some kind of enjoyment. And then so we have the Fool. And I am getting that, okay, because it is a youthful energy. I feel like it is someone, you guys might have gone on some like kind of crazy adventures together. Yeah. What's interesting is like in this card, they're looking directly at us, right? But here, they're looking up at this person. Like they watched you walk away. They watched you kind of like seclude yourself. And they wanted you to continue on with them, but you went the other way. And I feel like, I don't know, it was like there was some kind of falling out. They didn't necessarily, I don't think they really wanted the falling out, but it happened and they kind of accepted it. And yeah, and then you just went, and it's almost like you became kind of like an island here. Let's clarify this Eight of Swords, please. Eight of Swords for Aquarius. Can I have one card for the Eight of Swords? Yeah, Six of Cups. Yeah, it's so Six of Cups represents like past people, past lives, past things, right? And it can often represent childhood. But with the Eight of Swords, with it clarifying the Eight of Swords, it's almost like you decided to, it's like you put it in your past once and for all. Like you decided to just completely like slice this in half, I'm hearing. Because it is a swords energy, so it's like just like completely cut it. And especially because there's cups in the past and this is cups. like you went one way and they went the other way. And you're like divvying up your stuff. That could be like a breakup. I am getting strongly friendship, but it could have been like a breakup where you have to like, you know, divvy up all of your possessions. What's on the bottom? 7 of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is like assessment. Sorry, I'm trying to get, yeah, that's what I'm getting, like that divvying up of things. But I really honestly feel like you're supposed to be reaching out to this person. Okay, can I get an ace or one card to clarify this Ace of Swords, please? Can I have one card to clarify the Ace of Swords for Aquarius, December? Oh, there's 2. Okay, so there's the 5 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. So 5 of Swords to me is often about like, it's kind of like selfishness. It can be you, it can be the other person, but it's almost like with this, paired with this 9 of Pentacles, it's, because I don't know, was it the 9 of Pentacles? Yeah, it was the 9 of Pentacles that was clarifying the Ace of Swords before as well, or on the bottom of the deck. And I think, I'm pretty sure, but, and the 9 of Pentacles is all about like abundance and whatnot. And I feel like maybe you took more than your fair share, or this person took more than their fair share. But I feel like this side is you, and this side is more like your past with this person. And maybe that's what you're needing to communicate. Maybe you're needing to communicate how things were unbalanced, right? Like how either you took more than you should have, or they took more than they should have. And I'm not just talking about like about your possessions. I'm talking about emotionally as well. Or just the balance of the relationship could have been very topsy-turvy. It was fun, but it was also maybe a little bit stressful and chaotic a little bit. But now that you've both aged and grown older, I feel like it has more of a potential to be talked about in a clear manner. Like things are going to be cleared up. Yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles as the underlying it's like either you or this person is coming across as a queen now instead of a page or a fool. Okay. All right, let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles, please. Can I have one card to clarify the Ace of Pentacles? One card to clarify the Ace of Pentacles, please. Okay, so we have the 9 of Swords and then the 4 of Wands. So with this windfall of advice, because that is what I was strongly getting from this card, if this person comes back into your life, it's like almost like it's someone who, yeah, it's like the mirroring thing, right? Like you mirror back to them what they need to see, and they mirror back to you what you need to see. And that's what I'm kind of getting. It's like that can be a little bit stressful with the 9 of Swords. That is a little bit stressful, but in the end it leads to happiness. It's like with the 4 of Wands, that's stability, right? That's a stable foundation. And so by working through all of this stuff that was, you know, I think sometimes when we have memories of people, we can remember the good stuff, right? But it doesn't mean it was always good. But then when you come back together with that person, it's like you can't just jump right back to where you were. Like, things have to be worked through. Things can't just magically be joyful and happy. If there were problems before, those problems have to be looked at and they have to be seen. And I feel like you're both matured and you're both ready and willing to kind of like do the dirty work to mirror those things back to each other. Like what you did wrong, what they did wrong, but it's not in a negative way. It's like, oh, okay, like let's work through this. We can work through this, because you have those negative cards, the Five of Swords and then the Nine of Swords. It's like those are the issues, but then there's a reason that two cards came out when I specifically asked for one, because then it goes to the Knight of Pentacles and then the Four of Wands. And so that's like that balance of the good and the bad, or the bad and the good, the bad and the good, where you're working through it. And I feel like with the aces, it's like cutting them, right? It's looking at both things, looking at the good and the bad and the good and the bad, and on both sides. You know, this could represent you because you're an air sign, and this is, you know, air energy, and they could be like maybe an earth sign. But they don't have to be, obviously, but they could just represent, like, they could have that type of energy, stability, right? Because we do have the Four of Wands here as well. And it could be like they're offering you a stable friendship or a stable relationship or stable even career, because it is the Pentacle energy here. And so that's what I'm getting, is like you guys are just learning to work through, you're learning to work through your problems. Okay, I think, let's see, I'm going to use the Wings of Wisdom as advice for you guys, okay? What is one card as advice for Aquarius in the month of December, please? Can I have one card for Aquarius, month of December? Can I have one card of advice for Aquarius, please, for the month of December? Okay, so you had two come out. I feel like maybe one is for you and one could be for this other person, but I'm not sure. Just let's see here. We have the Winged Unicorn, and look at that. That is such a friendship type of energy right there. Like you guys are holding hands and you have this, like, it says purity, innocence, and miracles. My pure heart is radiant with the light of the miraculous. You are an old soul. Protect your heart and mind from negative thinking, fear, or anxiety by affirming the loving relationship with the divine that protects, guides, and assists you in all ways. You will pursue your goals with more joy and brilliance as you allow yourself to imagine beautiful possibilities rather than being bogged down in overly earthbound thinking. Be practical, but be inspired by possibility. Replenish your mental and emotional energies with some playtime. That's that Three of Cups energy. Winged Unicorn also brings a divine message of forgiveness for yourself and for others. And that's what this is. It's like you're either needing to be forgiven by someone or you're needing to forgive someone. Okay? Trust that the universe takes care of all beings and helps every soul learn their lessons. Okay, now, and then we have Cicada. And I'm seeing the sun right here for some reason. And this is like a really Nine of Pentacles type of energy to me. Like, and you do have the Nine of Pentacles out here. But anyway, it says timing, protection, emergence. And that's what this is like, the timing is right for you to emerge from this seclusion. You've been secluding yourself, and it's time to communicate and to give some clarity on a situation, okay? It says affirmation, my sense of timing is in harmony with the universe. You can protect yourself by taking sanctuary in a safe place. This may be an inner place like somewhere within your heart or a time of solitude in nature. Give yourself permission to spend as much time as you need in this safe place. Stay there until you are ready to emerge. There is no rush. Healing requires patience. It may seem that your process is taking a long time. You are being reassured that you will emerge according to a natural divine timing, which is the best timing. You do not need to force anything. Trust that your instincts will guide you forward when the time is right. And I do feel like with that message, because that is where you're at right now, I do feel like the month of December is kind of saying like that is when you're going to start emerging. It doesn't mean you have to do it, like it said, in your own timing. But because, yeah, the cicadas, what is it, like once every 11 years or something? I can't remember. But I am hearing that number 11 just because this is on, people say that this is 1111 on this card, this Four of Wands. But, and then you have two aces here as well, which is 11, 1, 1. But, so I feel like that's where you're headed. You're headed steadily towards emerging, communicating, and starting repair on whatever this relationship is. Okay, so this has been your reading, Aquarius. I hope it was helpful. If it was, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. Even if you didn't resonate but you still enjoyed the reading, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. I thank you for being here. I thank any of your guides that were present, any of my guides that were present, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.